So, I played against a professional paddle player and I won.
No. Say the whole sentence.
So, I play against a professional paddle player and I won 1 point. You just cannot let me have it.
Yes, you heard that right. This was the toughest paddle match of my journey so far. It was an absolute pleasure sharing the court with Arno, a professional paddle player from Belgium, Peter, a powerful and athletic player with fantastic technique, and Crystal, whose strong shots and incredible ground game kept the rallies intense from start to finish. Right from the start, I could feel the pressure because I was the weakest player on the court. And I had a few off moments in the beginning, but slowly I started to adapt, find my rhythm, and get into the game. One thing I noticed right away was just how good they were at blocking powerful shots. You will see plenty of examples also later. And if my positioning was even slightly off, my defense simply wasn't good enough to save the point after. Aside from those first great overheads from Crystal, you can also see exactly what I mean about her ground game. In my mind the point was already over and then she sent the ball back, turning me into nothing more than a spectator. And then there is me, game after game putting every ounce of power into my smashes while Arno makes them look effortless. It was also amazing to see at this level how well he anticipated every return and how unlucky he was with this one. The defense and attack from all of them were absolutely on point. Incredible blocks, precise returns and non-stop intensity. We built up a great rally, each shot raising the stakes until I managed to return a low ball just high enough to perfectly set Arno up for a shot he simply wouldn't miss. And one more shot to add to my variety, the one aimed right at the opponent's body to force a weak return. Honestly, it really caught me off guard. Here you can see I'm still not quite comfortable blocking those aggressive shots. I tried to avoid it, but it just wasn't fast enough. And also, how happy I am, even though we lost that point, because at least now I have footage to rewatch the proper technique for the kick smash and hopefully improve my own game. Another great rally here, and Peter holds the net brilliantly for our team. And in the end, he comes out on top, finishing the point with a perfect shot into the corner. Finally, a good moment for me too. After a well-placed lob pushed my teammate back without enough time to retake the net, I anticipated they would target him again to gain control. I stepped in to block, held the net and then sent a shot down the line to force a weak return, giving us the point. Blocking hard hits was key. On Pieter's smash, Crystal blocked well, but Arno had already moved forward, leaving a gap. Peter saw it and finished with his second shot. And back to back with another great point, high lob from Peter, then a sharp low shot to close it out. Still though, that wasn't enough. Another weapon in Arno's arsenal, spotting openings and exploiting them anywhere on the court. Lucky enough, this time, the perfect spin on the ball combined with incredible accuracy was enough to make the shot hard to return. Like I mentioned at the start, Crystal's ground game was one of her strongest assets, and it definitely put me in trouble more than a few times. When the game gets tough, you definitely need a bit of luck, and luckily I couldn't complain on that front. Once again, powerful hits from Crystal met with a perfect block from Peter. We held the net and I placed the ball with enough effect right into the corner. It's really great to see how effortless it all looks. If we don't pull off the perfect lob, the ball's already out the court and we are straight on to the next point. Luckily, I filmed the game so now I can finally see where the ball went after the smash. That moment I was lost. See one more time how I couldn't be aggressive or keep the ball low during the net battle and that cost us the point. Try to avoid getting stuck at the back, but our opponents did a great work. And then came another finishing shot. Honestly, there is not much more to say about the next 2 points. We were pretty much limited in what we could do and things just weren't going our way. After that, we decided to switch teams up and shake things up. Now it was my turn to play with Arno, and we couldn't have asked for a stronger start in the second game. My response to Peter's smash was solid but just not enough. After some tough defense, Peter pulled a move we never saw coming, catching us off guard, and then with Crystal opening up the court, I was a bit slow and didn't follow Arno back, which made Peter's job easier to finish that great rally. Still on fire from the last point, we had an intense battle for control of the net. Both teams played brilliantly, but in the end, Peter was everywhere, covering every inch and sealing another great point. Even with control of the net, Crystal made it tough with those powerful shots. I could only manage returns. Then she followed up with another precise ground stroke, finding a small gap to push us back. And then Arno took things into his own hands. With two well-placed shots to the corner, he forced the return he was looking for, setting up a clean pop-out. And here's the power of the unexpected, another gap where you least expect the ball to go. Even though my lob was far from good, luck definitely switched sides. That rebound of the fence was as good as it gets. This was one of the simplest rallies we had. Not much happening, but Peter's smash was solid and Arno's block perfect to keep the ball alive. After my last games, I already started staying back when I saw opponents preparing for a close-up smash, practicing my own block. Unfortunately, too bad of a shot from me here. After we took the net on their serve, we immediately lost it after. And then they stepped in aggressively and with a tricky rebound of the wall, they took the point. Luck kept switching sides. I placed the ball close to the net, but the fence didn't help me out. No worries though, the net's back on our side. Here, Arno and I both went for aggressive forehand volleys to finish the point. But, let's be honest, he had the easier shot to finish. Even though they were few, I still had my moments to shine. After their serve, I returned the ball down the line and then pushing into the gap in the middle, and once again it paid off. See how used I've become to Crystal's return to my open side. I don't even bother trying to save them anymore. Well played, and to the next one. And once again, Arno exploits the tightest space to place the ball, and the frustration is completely justified. And this time, I went for it, sending the ball to Crystal's side and forcing her out of position. Still, it wasn't quite enough. What a rally here with them serving. Finally, I managed to break free from the pressure and take control at the net. Things started looking really promising. After a few intense exchanges, I kept the aggression up and placed the ball low, exactly how it should be done. This time it paid off and the point was finally ours. You can still see I'm not quite comfortable stepping in and blocking here, and Arno can only save so much at once. Once again, a great attack and defense from both sides, but at the crucial moment, a perfect drop shot. I had plenty of support to get there, I just wasn't fast enough. Once again, I did everything, yelling, "They are both back!" Clearly the real game changer that won us the point. Watching the point over and over, Arno moves before they even hit the ball. When I asked him how he did it, he just said, "You just know it." This is something you cannot train and it will come to find you after time. Hit after hit, and unfortunately I'm all over the place. Couldn't quite get a handle on that great shot right at my feet. At Arno's level, both backhand and forehand are deadly enough to force a bad return, and after that, it's a closed deal. Besides Crystal's perfect shot, this point shows how Arno was in position early while I still hadn't covered the middle even though I shot the ball to Crystal. It's not a replay, it's just the same perfect down the line shot, precise and impossible to save one more time. For sure, I was happy to help build the point here, moving them out of position and around the court until Arno stepped in and did pretty much what I was about to do. Arno pushes well here and I cover the open space on the court. Then he made a solid block on Pieter's overhead, but I never saw that shot coming to my corner. A perfectly executed drop shot while Crystal was pinned back in the corner. Switching things up and playing a bit more aggressively, aiming shots at the opponent's backhands, and it worked once again. Honestly, who wouldn't be frustrated after that? Again, down the same line, just when you think you have the upper hand and are ready to finish the point, you have to defend a shot like that. As I started playing a bit looser, I was able to perform better, taking advantage of Arno moving Pieter away from his defensive zone. My defense was improving too. I tried my first block and was surprised how well it worked. Right after, I managed to avoid last second Pieter's smash and take the net. Arno finished strong and Pieter's final shot just hit the fence. Second time though, the spin kept the ball low and there was nothing I could do. Here, I tried to push them back, but my lob fell short again. On a tough overhead, Arno pulled off a move that had everyone guessing. And of course, you can't stay too focused after that. My slow reaction, combined with Crystal's smash, was enough to keep me from returning that one. Not much to say about this one. Normally, it would be their point and on to the next. But Arno had other plans. Not only did he save the ball, we took the net, pushed them back and forced the shot for him to smash, giving us the point. Great combo here, a serve down the tee followed by a perfect ball to the open side. And this time a great backhand volley with crazy effect. Time to switch grips, I guess. At least my dance move caught them off guard, and I never saw Arno pull that one before. Caught up in the moment of the rally, I went for a half smash, but Pieter was already well in front and punished me perfectly with a flawless chiquita. One more great rally and Arno uses that shot again right to the opponent's body. Pieter, of course, was better prepared than I was earlier and managed to pull it off. After some more exchanges, Arno loses unfortunately the block. Finally, it's my turn to be aggressive again. Arno does everything perfectly, building the point until the return is just enough for another pop-out. And just like that, he finds the perfect moment one more time, steps in, pushes and finishes on the very next ball. For sure, it's not always about power, and this point is proof of that. Being left-handed, one of my favorite shots is the vibora of the side glass of the opponent on my side. The wall bounce always comes out a bit unpredictable. And again, a serve down the tee followed by a ball to the open corner, enough to win the point or set up the perfect chance. As we neared the end, we had a few more good rallies like this one, where they managed to take the net. At the end, on Crystal Smash, I hit the ball as it came low, but unfortunately it went straight to the fence. In this point, we managed to hold our position no matter what. After some good shots and a lucky fence rebound, Arno stepped in and hit a ball that died the moment it touched the glass. To finish with perfect style, Arno nailed the perfect vibora, threading the needle, followed by a smash that sent the ball flying out of the court. It was a game I really enjoyed and I'm glad to have been part of it. Hopefully next time I can start more relaxed, raise my level and keep up better with the rhythm of the rallies. Thanks to everyone who stuck around until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment your favorite highlight from the game. See you all next time.